doing?
We would be honored if you would join us.
The entire prequel trilogy was the giant plot of Darth Sidious to destroy the Jedi, take over the galaxy, and rule as a Sith Lord with powerful Anakin by his side. He of course was wildly successful and proclaimed himself Emperor and ruled for over 20 years. And during those years, many people tried to assassinate him, but all suffered the same results, either failure or death. At least until Vader pulled it off himself. The Royal Guards were extremely effective at protecting him, but Palpatine also employed other methods that exposed his genius, and also how much he disliked the everyday politics of being Emperor. So what did Palpatine do to protect himself? Let's take a look at the canon comics, shall we? Particularly Star Wars Annual Number 1. In Annual Number 1, Palpatine is at the top of his game in his ploys against the rebellion. In the story, there is a tax collector on Coruscant named Eneb Rey, who's also a secret agent of the rebellion shortly after the Battle of Yavin. Under orders from Princess Leia, Eneb risks his cover to go to Arth Eno, prison complex on Coruscant. Here he's trying to save some senators before they are sentenced to death for treason against the Empire. Not only that, these senators are scheduled to meet with Emperor Palpatine before their deaths, so Leia sends Eneb and every other rebel spy on Coruscant to kill the Emperor. Eneb thinks it's a horrible idea to put all their eggs in one basket, but Leia says that, they did the same with the Battle of Yavin and that was successful. So Eneb obeys and goes with the other spies to break into the prison and join the senators for the meeting. They are herded into a chamber with the Emperor and he bids them closer when suddenly Eneb and the other spies attack. The Royal Guards shoot back, hitting some spies, and the platform that the Emperor is sitting on shoots skywards towards an opening in the roof. A cool little escape mechanism, kind of like Revenge of the Sith almost. Eneb latches on and follows him to the roof where he shoots and kills the Emperor with a blaster. It's all over. He's dead. All until Eneb hears a cackling laugh behind him and looks up to see the real Emperor standing on the ramp of a ship. He cackles that good body doubles are so hard to find these days, and the Emperor shoots Eneb with force lightning and says that he always knew the rebels were coming. The whole thing was part of his plan to get all of Coruscant rebel spies in one place at once so he could kill them. Palpatine also films the whole thing and uses the assassination attempt to create propaganda against the rebels and portray them as terrorists to the galaxy. So Palps does use a body double. It's sort of obvious when you think that you could just slather anybody with makeup and, have him look like the Emperor. I mean, heck, we sort of did it. This was apparently something pretty common that the Emperor did too. After his death, the Empire was desperate to crush the truth that the Emperor had died in the Battle of Endor, so they used a body double to distribute holovids throughout the galaxy to portray a healthy and alive Emperor. This fooled many people too. In the book, Star Wars Aftermath, one guy says, "I've seen the holovids. You have too. Palpatine is alive and well on Coruscant, and he's just a stand-in, a proxy, an actor," says a rebel sympathizer who doesn't believe Palpatine is alive. But the first man continues, "No, more rebel lies. We've done the comparison," says the rebel. "The vids don't match. This person in the dark robes isn't Palpatine. Different chin, different gestures, a poor facsimile." Palpatine using a body double isn't something new to canon. He also did the same thing in Legends. However, in that case, the body double also would perform some duties on behalf of the Emperor. Speaking of which, would you be surprised to know that in canon, Palpatine himself actually did less ruling than you'd expect? He left much of the everyday affairs to his Moffs and Grand Vizier, Mas Amida. Of course, that doesn't mean that he was relinquishing any control, but he would just rather spend his time to become stronger in the Force and focus on more important things than worrying about supply lanes and such. Palpatine wanted control of the galaxy so that he would destroy the Jedi and be free to discover the secrets of the Force, because unlimited power not only required unlimited power of the Force, but also unlimited political power. Power in all its aspects. And that's what he meant. He viewed the everyday affairs of ruling the Empire as a waste of his time. So while it hasn't been shown in canon yet, I imagine that he also instructed body doubles to act as his proxy in some instances, so he wouldn't have to do it and could focus on what he felt was more important. So what do you think? Makes sense to me. Political rulers have used body doubles for years, so it makes sense that Palpatine would do it too, especially given his background from Naboo, where the entire Queen's security force is based on the use of doubles. Just ask Padme. Hope you guys enjoyed this canon video. Please leave a like if you did, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, remember, the Force will be with you always.